Hi, I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Tammy. Welcome back to Table Talk with Texas Bells. Hope everybody's doing good tonight.
Yeah, we're excited to be here. What did we talk about last week? I should have looked. So we're not even going to recap what we talked about.
Grief share.
Yes, we did. We talked about grief share last week.
And it was good.
We
had
good.
some people reach out to us, and we're going to try to get some material into their hands.
Yeah. And we're going to have November the 13th, I believe it's November 13th, on a Wednesday night. We're going to have a 1 week, just a one video session about surviving the holidays.
Oh, very good.
And then we're going to start up again in mid-January, and we'll be doing it on a Friday night this time. So
for the next group.
Yeah, for the following 13 weeks. So anyway, that was what we talked about last week.
It was good.
Yeah, it was good.
In fact, my cousin Penny reached out to us. And so if everybody wants to just lift up a prayer for my Aunt Sue, that would be really awesome. Okay. She's struggling with her health, and it's really hard for my cousin to watch her mama like that. Yeah. So we can lift up Penny and Sue, and that would be so awesome. If you would want to reach out to us, we're at tabletalk510@yahoo.com. And if you could just share our video.
Yes, please share.
We want to have also ask for special prayer for the Bahamas.
Yes.
And we want to lift up Daryl Pender. He's part of the 425 family. And we just need to ask for special prayer for him and for all those that are at the Bahamas.
Yeah, and Anthony and Brad McClendon are in the Bahamas with him now.
That is awesome.
And so we want all the people who have gone down to take care, to do
there's some GoFundMe's, and they're taking the money down there and getting the supplies and getting the things that they need.
Yeah. And if you're going to give, make sure you're giving to something that's very legit.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can go to the 425 page.
Yes, you can.
And find a link to help the Bahamas if you need to or want to. That would be awesome. So Daryl, we are lifting you up.
Yes.
And we know that God's got you. And we love you and your family, and we love the Bahamas, and we're just praying for God to give you total restoration and brand new direction. And He's shaking things up. We don't know why, but we trust Him.
Yes.
And we trust Him with you, Daryl, in Jesus' name.
Yes.
Cheryl did a little thing today.
Yeah, I don't know what's got into me the last year or so. The last year and a half or so, I have just quit my job,
jumped out of a plane,
dropped some responsibilities, and have just kind of
went on a road trip.
Yeah, done some stuff, and so for about the last month or so, well, I'm 60, and when I was about 13, I got my ears pierced, and that's all I ever wanted. Never thought anything else about it. And then about the last couple of months, all of a sudden, I've just been thinking about
a new desire.
Yeah, a new desire. I've been wanting to get a little second stud place in my ear. And so today I went and got this done.
She did a thing.
And the funny thing is, I'm just one of these people that stuff just occasionally happens to. I mean, I'm not accident prone or anything like that, but funny stuff just kind of follows me around. And so
I still remember to this day, and I'm 50, when I got my ears pierced. And it was tragic. I mean, I was a tomboy, and my mother and my grandmother decided they were going to do this for my birthday. And my cousin and I went because her birthday's the day after mine. Well, she went first, and when I saw her reaction,
it scared me.
I did not want to get in the chair, and my mom's like, "We're not leaving until you get in the chair." And I was like, "That is so rude to make me get my ears pierced for my birthday," because I was just such a tomboy. And I wish I would have remained so. That probably would have saved me from a lot of heartache later on in life. But I was a major tomboy when I was a little girl, and my grandmother dragged me into Montgomery Wards and wanted to get me a dress. And I told her I wasn't going to wear it, and she just held my hand walking out the store. She said, "Oh, trust me, you're going to wear it."
That's funny.
They made me become a girl, but
That's
I think
funny.
it looks really pretty. But
Well,
she did have a little mishap.
Yeah, so what happened was they do it now.
At first, I couldn't tell in the video what was going on when your face was doing the scrunchies, and I didn't know what was happening.
Well, nowadays they have two people and they have two little staplers, and they do it at the same time.
Thank God.
Yeah, so that you're not bracing yourself for the second one or whatever. But anyway, so the lady that was doing this side, they have to wear surgical gloves, and her glove accidentally got hung in there.
It shot through it.
It shot through the glove, and so she had to take her glove off of my ear, and a glove was just hanging down on my ear. But anyway, so they got it cut off and everything, and so it's all good. But it was
Was
an
Tanner
adventure.
holding your hand?
No, he was videoing.
Oh, that's right. He was videoing.
My sons Tanner and Russell were with me, and they're my ground support and my ear support and all kinds of support for me. And anyway, so they videoed, and Tanner posted the video. I didn't post the video because I didn't want people seeing me go.
The pouty face.
Yeah, the pouty face. But anyway,
Well, it looks really pretty.
so I'm all good now. So
Yeah, I like that.
anyway,
I like that.
adventure. It calls my name. It just calls my name.
Yes, it does. Well, I think the milestone birthdays really get you to thinking.
They do. Life is short.
And life is really short, and you have more of a realization of that
Yes.
at each milestone birthday.
Yes.
You know,
And-
because I mean, at 50, you know that you're kind of halfway there. It's the, halfway point, and you're just like, wow, what have I done with the first half?
Mm-hmm. Well, I figured 60 was my halfway point.
There you go. There you go. I like that.
But, I just, you realize the things that are most important, and you don't want to be
You do.
bogged down by things and people that are going to drain you. And I was
Yeah,
talking to
or
Tammy a
slow
while
you
ago, everything in my life right now, everything I'm doing is life-giving. There's...
Mentoring.
Yes.
Teaching.
Yes, I'm not doing anything that drains me.
Well, you're doing kingdom work.
I'm doing as much kingdom work as I can squeeze in, and
Yeah.
anyway, so
You're letting your light shine.
letting my light
I
shine.
think it's awesome.
Yeah,
We were even talking before we came on about how, a lot of people these days don't really, they want the connection on the phone, but they don't want like a true connection.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so a lot of people anymore, they don't really want to have someone in their home.
Yeah.
And they don't really want to invest in a person one-on-one. Like, that's just too intimate.
Yeah.
People just aren't really into that anymore.
And I love
And I
love,
think
love
that's
it.
really awesome. I think we need to get back to that.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the ones that you're mentoring, I've seen them just bloom.
Yeah.
And I see the strength coming over them, and
Yeah.
the joy and the new direction.
Yeah.
It's just a win-win.
Yeah.
It's really awesome. So if you want to do something for the kingdom and you're thinking, what can I do? Pray about becoming a mentor.
Yeah, just one-on-one.
Yeah.
It's not
God
intimidating.
will bring them
It's-
to you.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I was telling Tammy, there was this little lady when we first moved here to Central Texas that she was like my lifeline. She was about 90 years old, and she was little teeny tiny, probably weighed about 80 pounds, and had black dyed hair and black dyed eyebrows and little red cheeks. But she knew the word, and she prayed over me, prayed with me. I can't count the times I sit. She had this beautiful pink bedroom, and she had a big chair in her room, and I would go and sit. She would sit in that chair, and I would sit at her feet, and she would just pour into me. She would pray over me, pour into me, and I would just cry and just love her. And when she passed, I was like, I want that, God. I want to do that.
That mantle.
I want that mantle. And so I believe the
That's
Lord has
beautiful.
given me part of that as my heart's desire.
That's beautiful.
So anyway,
That's good.
But-
I was telling her about my sister too. Like, I can call my sister, and it's kind of like dropping the bucket down into the well and reeling it back up, and truth just pours out, life just pours out, love just pours out.
Yeah.
We need to be a well for people.
We do.
We do. We need to pour out truth, pour out love, pour out grace and mercy. And these are not even the things we were planning on talking about
No.
tonight. So these are things coming from God. It's
Yeah.
so not in our notes.
And when we do the things that God's calling us to,
Yeah.
it is life-giving.
Yes.
You know, something
When you say yes to Him.
Yes, when Marcy was here,
Yeah.
Scott and Marcy, she said something to me that has just really shaken me and made me do a lot of thinking. And she said, "Are your loyalties sanctified?" And what that means is the things that I'm doing, the things that I'm loyal to doing, is that what God's called me to do?
Commitment.
Yes, my commitments. Is that what God's called me to
Because
do?
busyness is just busyness.
It is, and that's not advancing the kingdom.
You want to hit the mark.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be busy just to be busy.
No.
I want to be busy about the Lord's
And
work.
effective.
Effective.
Yeah.
That is so it.
Yeah.
And when we're doing that, it's not draining, you
No.
know. And I've been thinking, and I've heard.
As you're pouring out, the Lord's pouring into
Yes.
you.
I've heard.
He says in His Word, you're never going to be hungry or thirsty.
Yeah. And
If you
Dan
belong to Him.
Dan Moeller says, you know, that we're to minister out of our saucer, not out of our cup.
Yeah.
You know, our cup shouldn't be full all the time to overflowing, and so we should be able to minister out of the overflow, not out of our need,
Yeah.
but out of the overflow.
Be
And
ready
so-
in